Hey everyone, thank you for switching on to this video. So in today's video of the New Earth Mastery introductory course, I'd like to talk about empowerment and belief. So this is essential to your mastery practice, no matter what kind of practice or what tradition you're working with. A lot of people feel like when looking at mastery, when looking at the potential of what that means and what that could be for you, it can seem like this really, really unattainable thing, and it could feel like you need to somehow acquire some kind of supernatural power, that there's something really mystical and secret that you have to be blessed to receive in order to attain this level of mastery. And so no matter what kind of path you're on, I would like to dispel that right now and help you on your path of mastery by sharing with you that the mechanism by which mastery works is through the power of your choice every moment, through you choosing to believe in your empowerment. And through that choice of belief in your empowerment, you then put more power into your belief. And it kind of creates this really powerful circuit. I've just realized that there's this light beam coming through my right eye now in this video. So, okay. We'll leave that there. Hopefully it won't be too distracting for you. So it's there obviously for a reason, because it's kind of creating this really mystical atmosphere right now. So so the way that mastery works is really about the power of belief and putting your belief into your empowerment. And that is something that anybody can do, and that is available for everybody to do in every moment, in any moment. So, of course, that requires a lot of discipline, a lot of awareness and consciousness, a lot of commitment and dedication, and it demands of you to take a leap of faith into that kind of universal law of belief, of how the universe works, the fact that it works under the power of intention and belief, that what you believe really is creating your reality and has the power to shift your entire reality and your whole experience of yourself. So yes, it depends upon those things, and those things are things that you can start integrating, and you can create right now. I'm just checking in with how this light beam is doing. I don't know if you can really see me very clearly anymore. Oh, that's even worse now. Wow, look, I've literally disappeared under light. This is great for this course. I'm laughing, but it's actually pretty amazing that I'm doing this course, and I've chosen this spot in the forest, and the light keeps following me in this way. And it's actually not surprising at all, because this is the forest. This is the area where I received the New Earth Mastery teachings. And that whole period of time was very miraculous, very magical. So back to the power of your belief and putting your belief into your power. It kind of means that there are no more excuses as well. So I'm helping you by showing you that it really is down to this very, very grounded, very kind of ordinary thing of you making conscious choices in every moment. But I'm also kind of maybe bursting a bubble, because that means that there are no more excuses. You have to take responsibility. Mastery is about full accountability. It's about being willing to see the truth and to make a standpoint in every moment of the vibration that you are putting your energy into, that you are believing into. So a lot of people, it's like before they start to really take that leap of faith in the power of belief, in that belief that, you know, whatever you're believing is true, because that's the nature of the universe. You are a creator. So therefore, if you believe that you are your spirit, that you are full of light, that you are love, that you can live a life of joy, that you can create everything in your reality that you really want from your heart, then that makes it so. In order to start believing that, you know, you have to take that initial leap of faith. And people often are afraid to do that because they don't want to look like a fool. So they kind of want the universe to somehow prove that to them first. You know, they want to have some kind of amazing mystical experience so that life provides them with the evidence from which they can then start to believe in it. And, you know, and this is why a lot of people who become very spiritually awakened in certain ways think that a lot of other aspects of spirituality is just New Age nonsense. You know, that they think that anybody that receives visions or that gets communications from nature spirits or angelic beings, they think they're just hallucinating because they themselves haven't opened up to that, and yet they have become quite adept in certain ways of you know, consciousness raising practice. And so they think all of that stuff must be nonsense. And so it's not that any of these things are going to happen to you so that you can feel safe in pursuing that path of belief. It only happens from you. It only happens from you because you are the creator. So if like imagine that the whole of the universe actually exists within yourself, within this microcosmic universe that is within you, then if in that universe you are sending out the creation that nothing exists unless it is proven to you first, then that's what will continue to happen. So nothing will exist, because it has to be you that makes it exist for it to exist. So there is a point upon your journey, and I had to go through this as well. There's a point that you simply have to kind of leap over that edge and just say, okay, what have I got to lose? You know, is life so perfect right now that by putting my faith into believing in this greater way that the universe can work, that I will lose something? No. And so that is your first step into innocence, into opening up the imagination, into working with something greater than yourself. And then what tends to happen is that in letting go and in kind of opening yourself to the power of belief, to the power of, okay, how about I just start believing right now that literally all of my thoughts are creating my reality. And that the states, the emotional kind of feeling states that I'm generating within my inner being is creating my reality. So if I start to monitor my thoughts and start choosing to think instead that I am powerful, that I am good, that I am whole, that I am this perfect being that I know that I am in my heart, that all the potentials that I feel and cheer about myself are true and can be lived and experienced right now. And I start to generate those feelings from within my inner universe that are blissful and peaceful, Because we can choose to experience those things, actually. We can just literally change our emotional state. So you can get rid of that belief right now that is limiting you from believing and accessing that potential to literally just drop and let go of any dis-ease and discontent and come into a place of peace and bliss. Now, obviously, there are some times when that is repression and blah, 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 and there is a genuine healing process that needs to happen as well. And, this is touched upon in the New Earth Mastery course, because there is a difference between healing and dissolving energies, but we're not going into that right now. So we're just going into the power of belief. So if you can, just imagine that you can just do that for a moment, that you just decide to start committing to the belief that this is real, that this is how life works, through you believing in something, and then that's starting to happen in your outer reality, because your outer reality is a mere reflection of what's happening within yourself. And when someone is able to start doing that, then suddenly that veil into that magical, miraculous world of spirit gets pierced, and people can have these mystical awakening experiences which before they could not access, because in their need for safety, in their need for wanting something to be proven, they were blocking it. So then what can happen is that people can then have these experiences, and then they pull back. And then this process can happen for years, maybe lifetimes, where people are in this dance where they have one foot in the kind of magical spirit world of their true self and their true empowerment, and one step still in what they think of as reality, or what is labeled as reality, but actually is, it's all one thing. And so that then they can have this dance of moving forwards and moving back, moving forwards and moving back. And that can go on for a very long time, and they can constantly have this sense of what these potentials are that their consciousness can reach, because they've had these experiences. But they don't fully go into them. Because obviously that is a greater level of mastery. And the New Earth Mastery work that I teach in the course takes you on that journey, on that necessary journey. Obviously I'm simplifying it right now just to give some tips generally about mastery, but you could say that it does come down to, on one level, just this step-by-step process of strengthening your resolve, you're strengthening your commitment with regards to making those choices, with regards to believing, with regards to not allowing anything else through, being absolutely resolute in your belief in the level of consciousness, and the ideas that you want your life to reflect. And there has been several tremendous markers of this on my own journey. And for example, one of them was, despite the place that I'd come to in being able to sustain enlightenment type states for days of receiving guidances from other beings, from all kinds of things, from feeling more empowered, more embodied of my spirit than ever before, I would still get doubts coming through, because doubt and disempowerment is the energy of the old time, and is the energy that has captured society, if you like, and is there permeating the collective consciousness of people all around us all the time. So it's like doubt and disempowerment as frequencies are constantly around you all the time. So if your energy field is open, then you are going to be experiencing these energies, they're going to come in and start to pollute and corrupt your own consciousness. So this is why, it's not about closing your energy field, but this is why having a really healthy aura is important, and that's why I do aura transformation, because it's really important to have a very strong aura so that you have your own energetic platform and know how to, it's not about protection, because that implies that there's a threat, but I don't want to divert too much into this wider subject of auras. But if you just think that there is disempowerment in the air, if you like, around you all the time, then that is why, even though you can come so far in your path of mastery, you can still get doubts coming in. And so it is literally about strengthening to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. And for me, I reached a point where there was one time when I was on a deep journey in a meditative consciousness state. And I got a reverberating message from my womb throughout my being, which was to cease all doubt now. And so again, we kind of, it's almost like our doubts and that disempowerment energy, we think of it as something that is keeping us safe from becoming mad, from living in illusion, from getting caught up in fantasy, or, those are the fears that that by completely believing in all this stuff, that we're going to get completely ungrounded and be swept up in some kind of new age fantasy world. But when you are on a genuine, authentic, grounded path of mastery, that can't happen. It is about authentic mastery, where you stay completely grounded and you have a very real relationship with yourself, with life, with the universe, with the earth. And being able to release doubts, being able to be to create total energetic integrity, which I talk about in another of the White Temple videos, is paramount to you reaching mastery. So it really comes down to belief. It really comes down to the choices that you are making in every moment. So I hope that has been of help to some of you, and I send you my love. Thank you for listening.